Please join me in welcoming senior Madeline Emick, who will be singing our national anthem. Thank you, Maddie. So I'll say it, I can't believe we're outside. That's what you call a cheap pop. Good evening, Lakeland School community. My name is Michael Novak, and I have the distinct honor of serving this district as the Assistant Superintendent of Curriculum and Instruction. Tonight, I will also be serving as your Master of Ceremony, so to speak. As part of my duties, it is customary to officially welcome everyone to our class of 2023 graduation ceremony. Yeah. On behalf of the entire district, please allow me to be the first to say to the class of 2023, congratulations. You will be hearing from a number of individuals tonight, and with my morning announcements, YouTube videos, and constant messages home, I don't think anyone needs to hear any more from me. However, thank you. However, I do have one important piece of advice to impart that was given to me more than 20 years ago, and it still resonates to this day. Enjoy the journey. Remember to enjoy the journey and make the most of each experience. High school graduation is a significant milestone, but it's just the beginning. Cherish the friendships, take risks, and savor the moments along the way. At this time, please join me in welcoming our Board of Education President, Mr. Robert Adams.
Thank you. As we all join together tonight to celebrate your tremendous, well-deserved accomplishment, we all, and in particular you as graduates, should reflect on the past to appreciate your journey here at Lakeland and the accomplishments that you have achieved at Lakeland. And we should also look forward to the future to see great things are ahead for each of you. We must enjoy the present moment, being here tonight, and its great significance. But we should also reflect on the past and prepare for the future. The past, the present, and the future are all on display here tonight. I have always been struck by the tension between the past, the present, and the future. This tension, if misapplied, can leave us living in the past or blind to what lies ahead or stop us from enjoying the present. As for the past, we are told those who forget the past are condemned to repeat it, or we are also taught don't forget where you come from. So the past is clearly important, but it cannot be our sole focus in life. To live only in the past is to be blind to the possibilities of the future. Certainly, you should look back on your time and your accomplishments here at Lakeland but you should not want to live only in the past. As for the future, we are told things like always look ahead, or keep moving forward, or there'll be better days ahead. So the future is also important to our development and progress, but it cannot be all we think about. We cannot ignore the lessons of the past, nor can we be blind to what is right in front of us at the present moment. To think only about the future would be a mistake, because you would forget the journey and experiences you had here at Lakeland that brought you here tonight to this very moment. As for the present, we are told live for the here and now and be present in the moment. These are all good ideas that help us focus on the task at hand and enjoy the moment we are living in. But just living for the moment, for the here and now, cannot be all that life is meant to be. In this moment, in this present moment, we are all the sum total of where we have been, our past, and where we are going, our future. To only be present and forget the past and be blind to the future would deprive you of the lessons learned and experiences you had here at Lakeland and the bright future that lies ahead for each of you. The answer to this tension between the past, the present, and the future, as is so often in life, is balance. Balance is the key because it allows you to accept the past, the good and the bad of it, plan for and look to the future using the lessons of the past, and still enjoy the present moment, the here and now. Take with you what you learned and experienced here at Lakeland. Use it to move forward and create your own bright futures, while still sitting here tonight in the here and now, and enjoying and celebrating your accomplishments and the wonderful journey ahead. Now, balance is not easy. We sometimes fall. But that doesn't mean we should give up on seeking balance in our lives. Striving for that balance in each aspect of our lives will give you the clarity of the past, the brightness of the future, and the pleasure of the present moment. Now, what would a graduation speech be without a quote from a famous person? So I'll leave you with this quote from none other than Albert Einstein, who said, quote, "Life is like riding a bicycle. To keep your balance, you must keep moving." So on behalf of the Board of Education, I congratulate each of you on your past accomplishments here at Lakeland. I look forward to your future accomplishments, and I thank you greatly for allowing me to enjoy this wonderful present moment with you. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Adams. Please welcome our Chief School Administrator, Mr. Hugh Beatty.
Can you believe we're here? At 8 o'clock this morning, I didn't think we'd be here, nor at 9, nor at 10, nor at 11, and for the rest of the day, until at 3 o'clock this afternoon. After this 3 o'clock this afternoon, I rolled the dice, and I think we're going to be okay. So the miracle took place. We're very happy about it. I spoke to a senior earlier this week, and he said to me, have you written your speech yet? And I said, no, not yet. He said, just use AI, artificial intelligence. But that was too hard, so I wrote my own. Good evening and welcome to Lakeland, friends, families, members of the Lakeland Board of Ed, faculty, staff, members of the Lakeland administrative team, distinguished guests, Mayor Sean Noonan and Dan Mahler, and of course, members of the amazing class of 2023. I'm Hugh Beatty. I'm proud to be the Chief School Administrator here at Lakeland Regional. I would like to welcome all of you to your commencement exercise for the class of 2023. A few weeks ago, in the middle of the days when the Canadian forest fire smoke made its way down to our area, causing poor air quality and looking like the apocalypse, one of our business education teachers, Mrs. Jess Geyer, had said, I hope all works out for this class. They've been through so much. They started out their school careers wearing masks, and we don't want them to end their school careers wearing masks. Thank goodness they don't. And they're not going to be wearing masks this evening. All of us collectively crossed our fingers and hoped for the best. And we hope that this class, who has endured so much and fought so much, could have a wonderful evening tonight. I thought to myself, from so much struggle comes so much strength. These students before us tonight have proven themselves by showing a strong resolve, not to let anything dampen their spirits. They are to be admired for their strong spirit and their perseverance. One of my idols, the late great Edson Arantes de Nascimento, known throughout the world as Pele, once said, "Success is no accident. It is hard work, perseverance, study, sacrifice, and most of all, a love of what you are doing or learning to do." Ladies and gentlemen, the students that sit before you this evening have proven this statement to be true. Before you, you have acclaimed scholars who have received acceptances to the top colleges and universities in our country. You have budding apprentices who have carved out a path for themselves as they move into the workforce. You have dedicated men and women who have chosen the armed forces to further their education and interests. You have talented musicians, artists, photographers, actors, actresses who have and will continue to share their talents for many years to come. You have wonderful athletes who have shattered records, achieved recognition for their hard work, brought notoriety and glory to our school that will be remembered for years to come. You have young men and women who have given back to our community and made our school and our local communities better places because of their efforts. Before you sit Lancers who never gave up, who were resilient and persevered against the odds and the fears they faced during a worldwide pandemic and still managed to achieve such amazing success. We, like you, are so proud of them. This is a class of friends who are kind and accepting of one another. They care about one another and have always been there for one another. They have always shown their pride in Lakeland Regional High School. Along the way, they have had many people who stood by them on their journey to this crowning achievement this evening. Their families and friends deserve so much credit. Their teachers and coaches have been there to educate them and guide them. This evening, we pay tribute to some of our retirees who are with us tonight as they too move on from Lakeland. Our retiree guests include, and please stand when I mention your name, Mr. James Fleming, who has been at Lakeland for 8 years as a teacher of electronics and technology. Mr. Greg White, who served Lakeland for 17 years as a business teacher. Mr. Steve Turo, who served as a physical education teacher and a coach for 33 years. Mr. Rick Capazzi, who served as a special education teacher and an outstanding coach for 33 years. Ms. Pamela Herzig, who also served as a teacher in the special ed field. She served for 33 years and was awarded our Teacher of the Year this year. And last but not least, he's out there somewhere, Mr. John Yost. Mr. Yost served as a teacher, coach, and our athletic director. Mr. Yost served Lakeland for 35 years. Please join me in a round of applause for these outstanding educators. They will be missed and will never be forgotten. I would also like to take this opportunity to thank Mr. Bill Grimes and his maintenance and custodial staff, who worked tirelessly and thought I was crazy to make sure that this graduation ceremony was set up both outdoors and indoors. A special thanks goes out to Mrs. Audrey Pajoli for her countless hours that she dedicated to ensuring that this event would be a fitting farewell to our senior class. I'd like to thank Mrs. Mazza and Dr. Finkelstein for helping to orchestrate tonight's event. It was once said, the path from your dreams to success does exist. May you have the vision to find it, the courage to get onto that path, and the perseverance to follow it. I wish our seniors a future filled with joy, success, and happiness. Follow your path. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Beatty. At this time, I would like to recognize our class of 2023 valedictorian, Mr. Nathan Caldwell. During his time at Lakeland, Nathan has been an active member of many clubs, holding leadership positions in multiple. He wrote articles for the school's publication as a member of the Journalism Club, served as vice president of Lakeland's National Honor Society, and held an officer's position in Math League for several years. He was also a three-sport captain. In the fall, Nathan will be attending Dickinson College as a provost scholar, pursuing a degree in quantitative economics. Ladies and gentlemen, Nathan Caldwell.
Good evening. I am Nathan Caldwell, and I have the honor of representing Lakeland's class of 2023 on this beautiful night. I'd like to give a quick thanks to all of those who helped us get here: siblings, parents, grandparents, teachers, administrators, other staff members, and of course, each other. When Mr. Novak told me I had the opportunity to write this speech, I made a mental note of the day he wanted the first draft finished. Then, I did what any great student would do: wait until the night before to start writing. But it's not because I didn't want to, it's because I didn't know how to. After all, how do you summarize 4 years of memories and achievements in 2 minutes, especially our 4 years? If there was a Sparks Notes for the Lakeland class of 2023, it would probably mention the pandemic, the virtual learning, and the rise of artificial intelligence. It might mention our football games, our pep rallies, and our shelter in place to avoid the wildfire smoke. But what it wouldn't capture are all the small interactions that made Lakeland a great community. The collaborative environment within classes, the smiles exchanged in the hallways between classes, and the lighthearted time spent together out of classes. All of this and more occurred during our 4 years at Lakeland. When you Google how to write a graduation speech, all results point to concluding with a piece of advice. So I thought deeply about what my call to action would be and what advice I'd leave you with here tonight. I then determined that I am a 17-year-old who barely understands how to tie a tie. So I thought it'd be a better idea to leave the advice to those who have experienced more of life than I have. Miss Rausch quotes Neil Gaiman, telling us to go and make interesting mistakes. Make amazing mistakes. Make glorious and fantastic mistakes. Break rules. Leave the world more interesting for your being here. For those going to school, Miss Cawley suggests studying abroad and starting undecided. Mr. Thomas leaves us with this: in the course of your education, you have always been taught to look for the right answer. But you must also know that in life, sometimes the right answer is that there isn't one. Mr. Wiley says, don't spend more money than you have, save what you can. Mr. T hopes for our generation to carry the torch given by educators to further our depth of knowledge, to improve, apply, enlighten, and contribute to the future. Ms. Ferguson tells all to find something you absolutely love and pursue it. Class of 2023, congratulations on a phenomenal high school journey. And to quote one last time, wait a moment, take it in, and get ready for the next adventure. It's been a pleasure, Lakeland. Good luck and good night.
It's true. I waited until the night before to write it, but it's a beautiful speech, Nathan. Thank you, Nathan. Please join me in welcoming our class of 2023 salutatorian, Miss Isabel Kuhn. While at Lakeland, Isabel has been involved in many extracurricular activities and held numerous leadership positions. She's been president of National Honor Society, president of the Biomedical and Science Research University program, varsity swim team captain, president of Service Club. She has also been a member of the Spanish Honor Society, Latin American Student Organization, Philosophy Club, Nature Club, and the Math League. Isabel is committed to further her studies at the University of North Carolina at Wilmington as a member of the Honors College, pursuing a double major in biochemistry and marine biology. Ladies and gentlemen, Isabel Kuhn.
Good evening, students, staff, administrators, board members, family, and friends. My name is Isabel Kuhn, and I am the salutatorian of Lakeland's class of 2023. First and foremost, thank you so much to my teachers, family, friends, and all of the people who have helped me to achieve my goals. Behind every single successful person is an invaluable support network of people, and I would not be here where I am today without each and every single one of them. Thank you to Mr. Slasarchek and Dr. Nitasek for being two of my biggest supporters from day one, to Mr. Mulhern for your guidance, Mrs. Rausch for your incredible advice, Mr. Thomas for never failing to make me laugh, Coach Kev for always believing in me, and Mr. Wiley for early morning APUSH jokes. There are so many more that I can't list them all here. My time at Lakeland has been incredible, and I've grown so much both in and out of the classroom. Like many students, my favorite memories were not only from in the classroom, but also at club meetings, dances, and sporting events. I have been a member of the varsity swim team for the past 4 years. Our cheer this year was 4-on-3, 4-on-3, 1, 2, 3, 4. A little bit silly, I know, but every meet, without fail, we would put our hands in together and chant this at the top of our lungs. To me, it has been 4 years filled with laughter, hard work, and unforgettable people. At this moment, we have stepped onto the starting blocks. That feeling of nervousness, excitement, and adrenaline coursing through us. We all started at the same place, the same high school, the same team, but now we are all about to take off into our own lanes. These last few weeks have been the ready, set, all leading up to the go. The go that is today. Today we part ways, we go off to our own futures, we make a splash, and we learn to swim for ourselves, seizing every second, every millisecond. At the end of the day, we will always be a part of the same team, cheering each other on to the finish line. To my fellow classmates, congratulations. I look forward to seeing what you will accomplish in your own races. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Isabel. Now please join me in welcoming our 2023 Educational Specialist of the Year, Ms. Melanie Bronstein. Ms. Bronstein is one of our school psychologists and an integral part of our staff. In describing why she should receive this award, one student wrote, "Without Ms. Bronstein, I would have not made it through high school. She is an angel." Ladies and gentlemen, Ms. Melanie Bronstein.
When I was first asked to give a speech at graduation, my initial reaction was, absolutely not, that sounds terrifying. I've somehow avoided public speaking for 30 plus years, so why change now? But then I realized, as a school psychologist, I often tell my students that in order to grow, they need to push beyond their comfort zone. When faced with a challenge, they say exactly what I felt in that first moment. Ms. Bronstein, my hands are sweaty, my heart is racing, I feel like I'm going to be sick, I can't do it. I get it. Those are all uncomfortable reactions, and yet perfectly normal and typical responses to a stressful situation. That does not mean you can't do it. So I stand before you today, pushing beyond my comfort zone, despite the sweaty palms and racing heart, because what kind of educator would I be if I can't meet the expectations that I put on all of you? When something feels too challenging, I encourage you to take a deep breath and just do it. If it feels scary, that's because it probably is, and just keep going. What's the worst that happens? You may do great, or you may flop. But either way, you pushed yourself to do something you didn't know you were capable of doing before. And if it's a flop, keep pushing, make adjustments, and try again. You may not succeed every time. In fact, I hope you don't, because then you aren't really pushing past your comfort zone, are you? Failure forces you to take that challenge you've been given and either rise above it or cave in and let it win. In some weird way, our mistakes and missteps are the very things that allow us all to grow. So I hope that somewhere along your journey, you face challenges that give you a racing heart, sweaty palms, and a knot in your stomach. I hope that you make the choice to push yourself farther than you imagined you could. And when faced with the choice to give up or move forward, I hope that you choose to take a deep breath and just do it. Because this is your greatest opportunity for personal growth. Congratulations to the class of 2023.
Thank you, Ms. Bronstein. I would now like to welcome our senior class officers who will be reading a speech entitled Reflections.
Good evening. Welcome to our distinguished guests and fellow graduates. I would also like to thank all of the people here today who have contributed to our success. The faculty who supported us, the custodians who kept our school clean, George who kept our school safe, ChatGPT who wrote this speech, and the parents who woke us up in the mornings. We would not have made it here without you. At this time, we would like to look back and reflect upon our time together.
It was freshman year, and we were all tiny little fish in the biggest lake in all the land. Despite our unfamiliar surroundings, we felt as if we were on top of the world. New clubs to join, new teachers who put their all into their work, 2 big new buildings connected by our own very own Golden Gate Bridge, and new faces to which we could not wait to put names. And then it all came to a halt. New faces turned into pixelated screens, and the rest of the year was spent in our bedrooms longing to be back in the classroom.
Sophomore year, faces no longer pixelated, just masked. There were separated hallways, desks 6 feet apart, hybrid learning, semester courses, and cohorts. Despite how different it all was, Mr. Novak, never-ending attempts to make everything go back to normal, every teacher's dedication to teaching, and half days every day, our sophomore year is something we will all look back on fondly.
And then it was junior year. A year filled with college visits, big decisions, AP tests, SAT prep, and concerns about the future. Constant pressure, parents triggering flashbacks to kindergarten, asking, what do you want to be when you grow up? Still don't know. But the masks were gone, clubs were back, junior formal was on, and much to my chagrin, we had to actually socialize again. But after being exposed to the torture that are finals for the very first time, excitement for senior year was at an all-time high.
It was now senior year, bottom of the 9th, the beginning of the end. The months flew by, each milestone accelerated us to the final curtain call. College decisions, Friday night lights, pep rallies, senior nights, prom, and finally, the last day of high school. We rushed around for yearbook signatures and final goodbyes in anticipation of graduation night. If nothing else comes from tonight, at least we know we will never forget our senior year at Lakeland Regional High School.
And now, it's that graduation night. Last-minute gown ironing and the sound of, "Mom, how do I put this cap on?" ringing in every household. Standing silently in the hallway, taking in all the young adults around us that we can recall playing with in kindergarten. It's crazy to think that everything we've done in our lives has led us to this point. We each have worked so hard, and all of us standing on this stage hope all of you standing in front of us are as proud of yourselves as each person in this audience is. Congratulations, class of 2023. Can't wait to see what steps we all take next.
Thank you, senior officers. Please, once again, welcome up Maddie Emick one more time to sing the Lakeland Alma Mater.
Lakeland Alma Mater fair, hail the glorious spirits there. Sons and daughters rise to praise thee and fond memories of thee share. Red and gray, all hail to thee. Raise thy flag for all to see. Honor thee, Lakeland Alma Mater. We proclaim our loyalty. We raise friends who are so true, sharing work and laughter too. We salute her sacred standard, proud to give her honor due. Red and gray, all hail to thee. Raise thy flag for all to see. Honor thee, Lakeland Alma Mater. We proclaim our loyalty. As the passing years will show, each in separate way will go, but apart remains behind us. Shadows linger, whispering glow. Red and gray, all hail to thee. Raise thy flag for all to see. Honor thee, Lakeland Alma Mater. We proclaim our loyalty.
Thank you, Maddie. Now the moment everybody's been waiting for, the awarding of the diplomas. At this time, I'd like to welcome up our senior class advisor, Ms. Varsa Wilbur, and class advisor, Miss Jamie Haftep Shopshare.
Nathan Ellis Caldwell. Isabel Victoria Kuhn. Molly Mairead Murphy. Danielle Marie Reed. Paige Medea Colhase. Timothy Joseph Cook, Jr. Jeffrey David Lockacher. Madeline Elizabeth Emick. Colette Adelaide Hunter. Summer Ann Lynn Miller. Morgan Taylor Yulhorn.
Chelsea Guerrero.
Isabel Ariana Lopez Alamani.
Chase Marie Cusaro.
Joseph Raymond Crilly.
Madeline Herrera.
Christian James Fasano.
Samantha Rose Dammers. Ace Byram.
Ash Grace Rodriguez.
Lindsay Elizabeth Cristiano.
Elena Dodeli.
Taylor Dubak.
Gabriela Elizabeth Gomez.
Esmeralda Morales Herrera.
Gianna M. Hernandez.
Melissa Arlene O'Meara.
Giovanna Mercedes Cafaso.
Nicole Ricana.
Grace Elizabeth Prada.
Taylor Boulay.
Angela Bridget Carrasco.
Kaylin Annika Anderson.
Ava Grace DeLoya.
Shannon Claire Collins.
Silene Maria Fabre.
Nina Lucia Petronia.
Melanie Norberto.
Sophia Rose Jeffrey.
Haley N. Olson.
Sosa Diego.
Amy Lee Simon.
Sarah Marie Moyer.
Samantha Elise Devine.
Jamie Louise Ricker.
Jalen Sierra Caraballo.
Carly Rose Nias.
Emmeline Marie Carpenter.
Remus Abu Cardan.
Allison Nicole Crone.
Amanda Ray Jeffrey.
Caitlin Sarah Delero.
Caitlin Nicole Finn.
Nicole Joan LaDuke.
Catherine May Hennessy.
Stephanie Yadira Pineda.
Francesca Ilaria Medici.
John Maurice Span.
Grayson Reeser.
Elizabeth Vivian Goodman.
Joylyn B. Kabita.
Samiksha Athreya.
Victoria Grace Barry.
Jessica Marie Franquera.
Maeve Rebenek Grant.
Emma Grace Johnson.
Michaela Victoria Russell.
Evelyn Vargas Tirado.
Amanda Michelle Whitmore.
Lawrence Leonardus III.
Catherine Ellen Herbert.
Graciana Christine Mullick.
Hannah Jessie Nix.
Lynn Shalise Stefanchik.
Adrian M. Spratt.
Caroline Bachna.
Jeffrey Lima Lazo.
Halima Desireen Liana Gregory.
Jessica Lynn Servillo.
Anthony Bedros Trazo.
Jaden Ali Carminati.
Brianna Rose Lafredo.
Isabella Madison Kababjian.
Christopher Enrique Vasquez Palomino.
Irina Kulesha.
Soleni Vanessa Gonzalez.
Aiden Oral.
Nicole Alexa Highfield.
Lander Pena.
Crystal Perez.
Jordan Marie Span.
Emily Jimena Barrona Morales.
Emma Jane Van Heerden.
Abigail Taylor Lane.
Morgan Kathleen Deedy.
Christian Dreams Schroeder.
Reagan Elizabeth Lomascola.
Megan Ann Santo.
Patrick Sean Montague.
Jordan Nicole Coy.
Dominic Jonathan Crilly.
Julia M. Kirby.
Chris Michael Murphy.
Nicole Patricia McGee.
Elizabeth Nicole Peplowski.
Caleb J. Padwani.
Caitlin Marie Ramirez. Patricia Sheehan.
Drake H. Van Dunk.
Tyler McCormick Gilman.
Joseph Grabowski.
Divine Nathaniel Crilly.
Emma Page Milligan.
Rashawn Rayvon Good Jr.
Thomas Michael Castiglia.
Ava Grace Hahn.
Carson Scott Gardner.
Julia Maya Jakubasic.
Cameron Matthew Patrick.
Kayla Marie Linas.
May Wynn Purse.
Benedict Kofi Enticor Jr.
Corinne Ruth Santiago.
Amy Lynn Robb.
William Andrew Brokenshire.
Amelia Riley Smith.
Jordan Ruth Catherine Parmasino.
Umar Fanu.
Tristan Walter Davison.
Bruno Enrique Longhi.
Olivia Rose Graham.
Jalen Del Rio.
Theodore Joel Gisela.
Quinn Patrick Flanagan.
Jade London.
Kylie Rose Sobel.
Elijah Julius Mann.
Tyler Jonathan Harder.
Emily Grace Ritchie.
Sarah Elizabeth Lustig.
Sean Serrano Swing.
Cooper Martin Pierce.
Michael Philip Spitz.
Brendan John Ross.
Justin M. Bernardi.
Caius R. Stokel.
Conchetta C. Law.
Michael Angelo Fallon.
Courtney Ann Chase Malloy.
Zachary James Colin.
Kelly Carlos Guzman.
Luke Joseph German.
Alexander Michael Karp.
Jose Antonio Marks Jr.
Ty Joseph Mikowski.
Robert Joseph Russo.
Rara Ricks.
Caitlin Jane Van Zyl. Alvarado.
Brian Watts.
Anthony Joseph Conti.
Liam James Brown.
Zachary John Fiorello.
Zachary Treverton Jones.
Connor Michael Sportini.
Liam McGinty.
Louis John Beagle.
Owen Michael Schouten.
Gabriel Eric Carlos.
Ethan Cosgrove.
Peter James Joseph McKeever.
Kevin Michael Crafton.
Jackson Kieran Mooney.
Charlie James Wogish.
Shannon Nicole Harnett.
Isaiah J. Pagan.
Andreek Mahmoudi.
Nicholas C. Tukachev.
Aiden Kenneth Raudenbush.
Michael A. Gwell.
Vincent Mark Anderson.
Melissa Elaine Meekum.
Justin Bernhardt Blom.
Aiden Alexander Del Pino.
Jimmy Lee.
Adam P. Kruchevsky.
Brian Michael Peplowski.
Matthew Malson.
Milo Shell.
Jose Alessandro Vieira.
Charles Robert Weintraub.
Nathan Michael Bailey.
Isabel Osaze Starr.
Christopher C. Eboli.
Brian Albert Odendahl.
Mason Robert Mortensen.
Sebastian Valentino Palmer.
Dominic Michael Vogt.
Jake Richard Struble.
Gareth P. Odendahl.
Max William Schroeder.
Liam Peter Jolyn Thomas.
Joseph James Wondrak Jr.
Andrew Maxwell Helm.
Vladimir Bogotov.
Devin Gregory Solis.
Robert Edward Pugmode IV.
Tanaka Yukadike.
Matthew Cody Adams.
Chad Michael Wallach.
Owen Joseph Corvey. Ishmael Jimenez. Hold him, Rick. Hold up. Come here.
please, for the class of 2023. Seniors, prior to leaving this evening, please make sure you make your way back to the West Gym so we can give you your real diploma. That's not included in your jacket right now. So seniors, please make sure you make your way to the West Gym. At this time, I would like to welcome back up our Chief School Administrator, Mr. Hugh Beatty, who will be providing to the Board of Education the presentation of the class of 2023.
President Adams and the members of the Lakeland Board of Education, by the powers vested in me by the state of New Jersey and the Department of Education, I assure you that the students that stand before you have met all the requirements established by the Department of Education for graduation from Lakeland Regional High School. I present to you the Lakeland Regional High School class of 2023.
Seniors, at this time, follow along with the senior class officers. Follow along with the senior class officers as we mark the turning of the tassels. Ladies and gentlemen, the class of 2023.